Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your quarterly reading for October, November, and December. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, you are ready for change. You've been ready. I feel like it's as if you've been in a preparation period for quite some time. Excited, but yet a little bit nervous, and it feels like maybe there has been a delay towards your happiness. But I feel like the final quarter of 2024 is where everything is put together in a way that brings you the happiness. It's as if all of your hard work here is showing up, and I feel like you're leaving something behind, or you are exiting out of a chapter of your life and entering into a phase that feels a lot more abundant, happy, prosperous. This is exciting. Now, bottom of the deck, you have yang energy. So this could be a busy quarter for you. Yang is the masculine principle of movement and action. Basically, it's the emperor. So I feel like you're setting up new structures. You are staying busy. I feel like there may be a lot going on in the next 3 months for you, but I love your final energy of December, because everything that is going on, even though the next few months may feel like a bit of a whirlwind, you're going to be very, very proud of some accomplishments that you've made. So let's dive in here. Now, yang energy, again, is like the emperor. And when you have this, it means that you are disciplined or structured in ways that are helping you out on your soul's journey. This is stability, it's order, it is really being able to step into your own inner authority. Now, for some of you, you're going to work with someone that could be also an emperor. This could be manifesting maybe a divine masculine in your life, or a masculine energy who is very put together. Very put together. If this isn't you, which I feel like you are, it is you, because you are attracting an energy that mirrors yours. I feel like this person, which is you also, is very structured. You are very powerful here, Virgo. You are someone who, when you have an idea or you have a goal, you really want to manifest and make it happen. And I also see that you're not afraid to put hard work into it or get your hands dirty in some way, shape, or form. And you're leaving behind an old structure or an old paradigm, because you deserve happiness and you're not going to settle for less than you deserve. The emperor or the empress, they don't settle. That's why they are emperors and empresses. Now, your card for October is poised. Card 48. Some of you may be 48 years old, 45, or you may be born on the 1st or the 26th. Now, I am getting with this poised is you are more than ready to embrace a new beginning. Now, I also am getting you've been enhancing your skills, perhaps through education, perhaps through experience. A lot of you, you're getting the green light on doing something that you're really excited to do, right? I see the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So something you have been manifesting, it's like now is the green light. King of Cups. This could be opening your heart up to love, a love opportunity. It could be a love for what you do. I'm also getting some of you having the green light to maybe travel or relocate. Ace of Pentacles. This is a start of a new life. This is powerful energy, and it's interesting because October is also a 10. Endings bringing new beginnings. And I see here that you are leaving something behind. Now, we're jumping ahead here for a second, but I feel like this is relevant because you are leaving behind an old life or an old part of you that may needed to be in that energy for what you were going through at that time, but now you're stepping into this next phase, this next chapter. And I actually feel like this poised, it is preparing you not just for the fourth quarter of 2024, but it's actually setting you up for love or setting you up for success in 2025. So we also have, oh wow, the Six of Wands. So you have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. I told you this, or Six of Wands, excuse me, this is beautiful. This is something you are absolutely going to love. If this is your career, I feel like you're being of service. You're making a difference in maybe the lives of others. You could be a healer, a coach, a mentor, a guide, a doctor, or someone who looks after the well-being of others, or you could be the catalyst to help others take care of themselves in some way, shape, or form. I'm also getting, if this is love, you're starting a new chapter of your life. You're starting a new phase that is going to be very successful. Now, some of you, this has to do with fame or being in the spotlight. This could be a relationship that's made official in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, because the Ace of Pentacles showing up here with this energy is, okay, I've been ready to start this new life, and now here comes the gift. This is a positive reward. It is physical health and well-being. It's a bonus, a gift, a new job, a new move, or a new home. And you're going to love this. So this makes your heart feel really good. You see that the King of Cups is represented by King Rinkitink. And I feel like you are emotionally intelligent. You are someone who is very loving, very supportive. Now, sometimes you can put people at an arm's length until you get to trust them, or until the right time where you feel like the boundaries are strengthened enough for you to maybe join forces in some way, shape, or form. But this tells me that you're ready. And this Six of Wands is one of my personal favorite minor arcanas, because it is the card of victory, success, and achievement on a spiritual level, even because wands are highly spiritual. This is the energy of inspiration and willpower and passion and creativity. This is your career or your projects or the spiritual energy that you put into anything. And I feel like there is a high level of soul satisfaction here coming in for you. So whatever this new beginning is, it's definitely aligned with your soul, and it is going to bring you a lot of happiness. Now, what is the outcome energy, please? What's the outcome? 10 of Cups is someone getting married in October. Someone could be getting married, or you're starting a new life. You have the 10 of Cups and you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Beautiful. You're releasing a burden that you may have really carried for quite some time, or it has felt stressful. If this is not marriage, this is emotional fulfillment, meeting someone that could be a lifelong partner in some way, shape, or form. 10 of Cups can be spending time with your family more, or your loved ones. It's the ultimate blessing. And you feel this way because there's something being released here. 10 of Wands is the Bill the Lizard, and you can see that he's carrying, a lot on his back. Some of you, this was very stressful for you. It had caused perhaps a lot of strife. You may have been overburdened by a situation, or overwhelmed and very exhausted. But I feel like the blessing is coming in for you this month with the 10 of Cups, because the 10 of Wands in reverse and 10, look at all this 10 energy. Yeah, you have, 10th month, October, you have, 10 breaks down to 1. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, and you have double 10s. You might be seeing 10-10 on the clock, or, 10, there's big endings bringing in new beginnings. But let's roll into November, Virgo, because here we see it's time to go. So it could even be at the end of October, rolling into November is, you wrapping up some loose ends. For example, perhaps you're moving and you are moving into a new home, but you have to go back to the old home and clean up. Perhaps there's a finalization here of, some legal situations that have been difficult for you, but you're finally able to sign the last of the papers, or there could be a last meeting or something of that nature coming in the month of November, because you are leaving behind something. Maybe this is a job and you've put in a 2-week notice. It could be getting ready to retire. Whatever this is for you, whatever you are leaving, I'm getting a strong 8 of Cups energy. 8 of Cups is, cutting ties to something of the past so you can move towards more emotional fulfillment. And I see you doing that with the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Spirit, why is the the Time to Go card showing up? Yeah, because you are now being made a choice, or you are making a choice instead of having your options out there laid on the table. This is saying, I'm all in. You have the 7 of Cups in reverse, which means you have explored your possibilities. You've explored your options. Maybe in love, someone has not made you a priority, or perhaps in love, someone had other options and you're leaving that energy behind. Now, I'm also getting with the 7 of Cups, you are the real deal. There's something here about you being the real deal, and I'm being highlighted. They're showing the pearl showing up here, and I feel like the lighting in your reading is all over the place. So it may feel at times like you're going to have the high days and you're going to have the low days, but I really feel like there's going to be a lot of light coming in for you. A lot of light, brighter days ahead. And the pearl here is formed under pressure, right? Under darkness. And I feel like you've come a long way on your journey. And when the 7 of Cups shows up, this is about clarity. You now know, or you've now shattered some sort of an illusion. Look at the High Priestess. So your heart knows something to be true for you. And I feel like your intuition is guiding you to leave behind a situation where something was left out on the table. It almost feels like a buffet, right? And if you leave the buffet out for too long, it starts to go bad, and you're hungry, right? You're hungry, but the buffet has been sitting there for, 6 hours, not on any sort of heating pads or heating temps, or it hasn't been cooled. I feel like it's gross. It's gross. It's probably unhealthy. It probably has some stuff attached to it, right? And you don't want to eat that anymore, because maybe you've been eating that unhealthy buffet for quite some time and it's been leaving you feeling sick. And you're saying, I'm moving on from that. I know where my happiness lies. And your intuition is guiding you and helping you on the way. But you may be keeping something secret. Okay, you have the Page of Cups here. Some of you, this is, a relationship, or it is a creative idea that you're quite excited about with the Page of Cups, which is represented by Button Bright here. Now, the Page of Cups showing up is a beautiful energy of emotional situations that maybe you're keeping quiet to yourself, right? This could be something that you don't tell everybody, you don't share with everyone, because you don't want people to come in and, ruin it. You don't want people to come in and offer you that buffet when over here there's your steak and lobster, or, if you're vegan or whatever, right? I feel like there are healthier options over here, but you're not telling everyone because they may be offended, right? The cooks, you're not telling the cooks that you don't want their buffet anymore. And I just feel like this is something beautiful for you. Virgo, I'm so happy because you've wanted this, you've worked towards this. Some of you, there could even be news of maybe pregnancy with this Page of Cups. This could be the beginning of a new relationship. It's playfulness, it's vulnerability. It is, possibly even, like I said, I think I said this, I'm not sure. You're not someone to wear your heart on your sleeve, but I feel like you have the emotional intelligence to trust in yourself, trust in your heart, trust in your intuition. And there's something coming in here that without a doubt that something is not right for you, but over here it is. So you are not going to have an illusion anymore. If there was any second guessing or doubting or indecision, not anymore. You are walking towards fulfillment. Spirit, what is the outcome energy or the overall energy for November? Queen of Pentacles, material success. You have the Magician and the Queen of Swords. Some of you, you could be shape-shifting in a way, or you could be transitioning from maybe a Queen of Swords into a Queen of Pentacles, because remember, all four queens are what creates the Empress. All four kings are a part of the Emperor. And I feel like you are moving into a new energy. You're becoming or taking on a new role in some way, shape, or form. Now, for others of you, this could be two individuals that you're working with. It could be two feminine energies. It could be same-sex relationship. I mean, take it as it resonates to you. But this is highly favorable. I mean, these two, you can see that the Queen of Swords, she's looking at her. The Queen of Swords, she is a warrior. I personally love her, probably because I'm a Libra and she's Libra. But I feel for you, Virgo, you are the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like you have the wit, you have the intelligence, you have the brain, you have the resources to move mountains in a way with the Magician here. Now, the Magician as the outcome is someone who is an excellent manifester. You have the skills, the talents, the abilities to really be a leader and step into this new role. And you're highly energetic. I mean, the Magician is also an excellent communicator. So you could be manifesting some sort of partnership, or perhaps the Queen of Swords could be what you're leaving behind, right? Queen of Swords in reverse, she is not fun to deal with. She can be very cold, very sharp. She can cut with her words. She can be manipulative at times. And I feel like you may be leaving behind, male or female. It's just showing up as the feminine representation here, but take it as it resonates. You could be leaving behind that energy within someone else or a part of your own self in order to open up to a better material or financial well-being for yourself, something more stable in the physical world. Now, this energy, Queen of Pentacles, works hard for her material wealth. I feel like we said that in the beginning. You are a hard worker. You are someone, Virgo, who, is not afraid to put the time and energy into something that does have the potential to grow, but you also like to see that it's growing. You're not just going to keep doing it and doing it. This could go for relationships as well. Is it going anywhere? So there's going to be a time that comes that if you're not seeing the growth, I feel like you're going to at least give it all you got, right? You're going to give something all you got. And I feel for some of you, whatever it is that you've given your all to, it is definitely coming up to a big happy peak in your life. This is a pivot point, your hard work paying off. For those of you that have gave it your all, but it hasn't turned out the way that you had hoped due to someone else's inability to meet you, right? Meet you energetically. You could be leaving that behind because you're saying, I deserve happiness. I am willing to walk away from this situation. And that's what I see here happening because you are the creator. You are the manifester of your destiny. So you're definitely heading towards happy. Whatever direction you are in right now, I see you taking that leap. And that's where we come into December. December, Virgo, is the happy card. We see the balloons, we see celebration. This is experiences of the heart. There could even be a major celebration or a birthday in the month of December. So let's clarify, Spirit, why is Virgo going to be so very happy? Oh, wow, because there's been transformation and metamorphosis. After a time of uncertainty with the moon in reverse, you have two of the bonus major arcanas. Now, this is one of my absolutely favorite decks I've ever seen. It is a blend between The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland, which were my two personal faves growing up. Now, the creator of this deck had added some bonus major arcanas, because typically there's only 21 major arcanas in tarot, and you receive 2 of the bonus ones. So you have the empath card, and you also have the metamorphosis. Now, the empath is card 23 and metamorphosis is 24. Okay, 23 and 24. So it's as if you are going towards something very, very cosmically aligned, right? It's like that in-between period of the world and the Fool even. Now, you may be highly empathic over the next 3 months. This can also be a gift that you are implementing more into your life, or it's something you are strengthening your empathy skills. The empath here is someone who's very compassionate, very understanding. This could be someone you are attracting or calling into your life as well. But I am getting setting healthy boundaries, right? Prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your emotional well-being is part of what makes you so darn happy. Because some of you have let other people cross your boundaries or take advantage of you, or take advantage of, your beautiful kindness and your sharing and maybe even your resources. And I feel like you're choosing you. You're choosing you. It doesn't mean that there's not a partnership here or anything like that, but you are choosing to follow your happiness. And that certainly could be in a relationship. You may be opening up after a time of feeling a little bit blocked or closed off. But empathically here, when this shows up, you're definitely prioritizing yourself and your emotional well-being. That is why you're happy here. Now, metamorphosis is beautiful, and it's a little bit different than the death energy. It's actually a highly favorable transformation. When you get the metamorphosis, it's cosmic connection. It is rise and shine. A new day has dawned. It's renewal. It's birth. It's shedding of old beliefs, and it's the inner wonder. And some of you, this is all about embracing change, where when we get the death card, sometimes that can be resisting change. But this is you saying, I want it. I'm taking it. I want it with open arms. There is no resistance on my end. I am all in. And you are transforming into this absolutely divine, beautiful blue butterfly here, because something is clear to you now, Virgo. You have the moon in reverse. So any illusions, any secrets, anything that was hidden from view has been exposed. And this could be your own fears being exposed, because once we shed light on our fears, we soften into the energy of, maybe they're not real. And then we're able to detach from them, or we're able to recognize that it's just an illusion, false evidence appearing real. And then we have a bit of, a mind rest or a mental rest from the fears that bind us. Because I see that you're overcoming, or you've overcome something very difficult that has occurred in the past. I also see for some of you, 5 of Cups showing up here is pain, pain that you've dealt with. Some of you, this is also forgiving, or you've been in a space of grief, or there has been some sort of emotional loss in December. But I feel, or, not upcoming December, but in the past, perhaps you have a loved one and Christmas time or December time is difficult for you. I actually feel like you're allowing yourself to be happy. You're allowing yourself to be happy because that's what a loved one would want you to do and to embrace. And instead of maybe every year when this time rolls around, it can be very depressive, very anxiety ridden for a lot of people. But I feel like the moon is saying, I'm not going to sit in that grief this year again. I am allowing myself to be happy. So big energy showing up here for you. I want to get a little sneak peek. Excuse me. We see some big shifts, big energy coming in here, but I want to see what else is going on. What is the outcome energy? I mean, those are big energies in itself, but bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. What do you believe, right? What is your church, basically? What makes you happy? But let's take a look and see what is being removed from your life that is allowing you to step into 2025 with a new sense of freedom, a new sense of self. Some of you are getting rid of material possessions or beliefs that limit your finances or your material things. Now, there's nothing wrong with material things. Sometimes I have people comment and say, Mel, how is finances or material things have anything to do with spirituality and with the higher self? Well, we live on this earthly plane. This earthly plane is full of material things, right? We are incorporating finances into our worlds because that's what's needed to live and survive at this time in this day and age on planet Earth. So it is very much part of, excuse me, our manifestations. And I feel for some of you, there has been blocks because of loss, or some of you, there has been loss because of blocks. And you're releasing it because what do we have here? We have a lot of struggle that you've gone through. When I say, what are we releasing? It looks like you're releasing betrayal, self-deception even. Some of you may have even been in a situation where dishonesty stemmed from a specific outcome. Like you wanted what you wanted and you were willing to compromise yourself or your integrity, or maybe someone you were dealing with was in that energy. They wanted that instant gratification, or they wanted to win, or they wanted to be on top, but they didn't care about what others would think or the consequences, right? They didn't think about something. And maybe that was part of some sort of betrayal that you had gone through, Virgo, in the past. That's what you're leaving behind. 4 of Pentacles is letting go of something. 5 of Pentacles is financially and health-wise. What did we say with the empath? We said putting your, emotional well-being to the front lines, to the front of your priority list is going to be everything here. And that's actually going to put you on this new path of happiness, of abundance, of success. 2 of Wands here is a decision point and asking the universe for guidance, for help, for you to, progress on your path. And I feel like there is a new direction here, but it requires you to trust your inner compass, which we see you are with that High Priestess, but it also requires you to not doubt your own self and to step outside of the comfort zone, because some of you, there was a period of stagnation or complacency or settling. And I feel like you are meant for more, or you're meant to go all the way. I feel like there's a buildup. There's a buildup here of energy, and the 4th quarter here is going to be very significant because it's like I'm home. Like this is the home run that you have been wanting your whole life to get you that winning game or whatever it may be, right? I feel like, and that's just a analogy, but I feel like you are hitting that home run here. And there's a sense of going into 2025 with victory or with happiness, and the sky's the limit. You have bountiful opportunities here for you because you are embarking upon, a new path, a new timeline. So this is beautiful. All right, Virgo, let's get some messages here from some spiritual leaders, guides, ancestors. Let's get some words of inspiration here, please, for Virgo. I'm getting Sagittarius. Now, that could be because Sag season, which is November, end of November into December, is happy. So that could be why that's showing up. But I'm also getting a message around some of you may be dealing with, working with, or meeting a Sagittarius, or you may have those placements in your chart. I'm also getting taking a class. Some of you may be taking a class on spirituality, or you may be digging into, the occult or the mystical realm in some way, shape, or form. Most likely in Scorpio season, which Scorpio is the ruler of, mysticism and deep inner self and spirituality. So if you are thinking about taking some classes, or if you yourself are a coach of some sort. You may be thinking about increasing or enhancing your skills, or there could be a favorable opportunity coming up over the next 3 months that does help you strengthen your skills. All right, we have good old Thomas Edison coming up here for you. And it says, when you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this, you haven't. That 10 of Wands that we seen in your reading, where was that 10 of Wands? At the very beginning. So October, right? It may feel at times like you've exhausted all your resources, but then you remember that you haven't, right? Because it's like switching, jumping timelines from the 10 of Wands to the 10 of Cups. I mean, that's a big shift. It is a big ending, bringing in a new beginning, and you're ready for it. You have been ready for it. So I like that here. It means that when you feel like you've come as far as you can and you want to give up, you can either pivot or you can give it one last push, because either direction is going to take the same amount of effort. Whether you pivot or give it that one last push, is going to be the same amount, but you have what it takes to go forward. And that's what the message is reminding you. We have, now I've never heard of this person before, Rabindranath Tagore. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Remember, Virgo, analysis paralysis, that 2 of Wands energy. When we get into a state of overwhelm or complacency or even stagnation, we tend to doubt our choices. We have to step outside our comfort zone. So a lot of these quotes that are coming in for you have to do with, what we've already talked about. I'm also getting here poetry. Some of you are writers. Some of you are authors. Some of you may be using quotes in a project or in your own life, or maybe you have a quote on your body, maybe inked on your body. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. So stepping out of the comfort zone, buying the ticket, jumping on the ship, just sometimes we live in a fantasy with that 7 of Cups. We daydream about a better life, right? We daydream, I wish I had that, but then sometimes we fear taking action because it seems like it's too daunting or it's too hard of work. You can stay in that timeline, right? Nobody's going to judge you. I won't judge you if you do. That's up to you. But could it delay your happiness or your gratification? Yeah. And that's up to you. I don't want that for you. I want you to fulfill your dreams, your potential. And I feel like you on a deep level want that as well. Next we have, I love when we get the blank where there's not an author or it's not quoted, because this is a message from your guides, your ancestors, your angels. It says you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. This goes for those of you perfectionists out there, right? For those of you that feel like everything has to be perfect, Emperor energy. Sometimes it can be highly routine, or you have to wait for the perfect step before you enroll in the class or before you fall in love, right? I say eat the dessert first. I say don't wait for a Friday night date to wear the red dress, right? Whatever it is that you want to do it. You don't have to be perfect, or it doesn't have to be the perfect time to be amazing. You already are amazing. And lastly here, one of my personal favorites, Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Who are you going to decide to be? Because the next 3 months, Virgo, have everything to do with, I'm seeing King of Cups here. Right away, King of Cups in your energy. I see someone who's very loving, very passionate, very empathic, right? You have the empathy card. Someone who's able to tune in to the energies of maybe nature, of individuals, of humans. This could be the world, the planet. You are someone who is very intuitive, even with that High Priestess here. You have the energy and the abundance to manifest here material wealth with the Queen of Pentacles showing up. I feel like you are someone who you've activated your North Node. So if you're into astrology, Virgo, you may want to check out your North Node because that is our destiny. South Node is where we've been. North Node is where we're going. And I feel like you had to really fight through some karmic ties, some karmic loops, some never-ending stories that have played out for you day in and day out. Relationships or job or patterns or beliefs or even old stories that you've told yourself, right? I feel like you are breaking away, or you have broke away from that, and you are entering into one of the most abundant, happy stages of your life. So I'm excited for you. Now, it doesn't mean that you're never going to have an up or down, right? It doesn't mean that, everything is going to be all unicorns and rainbows, but what it does mean is there's a softening. There's a softening. There's more of a flow. There's more of love, there's more soul tribe, there's more resources that are able to, help you conquer anything that does come at you. And I also feel anything that does come your way, it doesn't last as long as some of the pain, suffering, challenging, or trials and tribulations that have in the past. Because some of you were in a cycle for decades. Some of you were ill for months, for years, right? I feel like there is such an enriching period of your life coming in that you very much deserve. That's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this is helpful. I hope you're getting excited because you are ready. You are poised. You are standing here with grace and with humility, and you've been humbled where I'm just loving this. 48. Some of you are 48. I love that. Again, if you like the messages, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you so very much, Virgo, for being a part of this channel, being a part of this community. I appreciate you. I see you, and a lot of love to you all.